So let's check in and see how Supergirl's box office is looking. It's not looking good. They think it's going to drop at least 60% in week 2, which is going to be the worst opening for a DC movie since Aquaman 2, which I still forgot that movie existed.
Well, 60% doesn't sound too terrible until you realize that 60% of practically nothing is not good.
No, like what's a half a penny? Yeah, so I mean, look, it did better than that. I mean, to be fair, Supergirl did do better than Masters of the Universe, which I think is good. And some, yeah, I thought it was a good movie, but I think it's also good too because the narrative is that Supergirl bombed because men destroyed the movie. When we've got reviews like this from Time. This is Time magazine. This is a woman. Supergirl's a dull, dispiriting, fake feminist movie. So it's not just men attacking Supergirl. It's not why Supergirl bombed, and it did better than Masters of the Universe.
Ironically, the ones who I see getting the most mad about Supergirl failing and they're attacking people are men.
Yeah.
And they're like, I'm gonna white knight for Supergirl, and it's like, but they're telling women that they're full of crap too. Like the woman who wrote the article, and then they're gonna be saying like people like her are full of crap, even though she saw the movie and they said it's this inspiring and fake and all that, and then but they just gloss over all of us women who disagree, and they go after other men because they're trying to look. I'm gonna stand up for Supergirl. Kindly get bent. We don't need you to stand up for women.
Yeah. There you go. And this was a movie, I mean, I talked about it the other day that there was a woman who wrote an article for Screen Rant, again, not an alt-right chud, a woman who took her daughter to go see Supergirl, and she regretted it because she said, I had to explain sex trafficking to my kid.
Yeah, because you didn't know that's what was going on until you watched the movie. And then I saw the one of a guy, and he's like, I took my 15-year-old daughter to see it, and she was crying, and like, I feel represented. And I'm like, represented in what way? Like, were you sex trafficked? Were you like, drinking all the time? Like, what representation did you have? Plus, things that didn't happen for $1,000 because I doubt highly that his daughter was crying and sobbing.
Oh, that's like an old trope because there's all these feminist men are like, well, one, we're assuming that they reproduced, but two, it's like, it's my daughter. I'm going to empower my daughter to do it. And it's always some bullshit. Like, she's 3 years old and she is doing all this crazy shit.
My dad empowered me by teaching me, what's okay and what's not, and also making sure I know how to do things and I can take care of myself. And so I was empowered that way. I didn't need to be, empowered by watching a movie about a person who's just can't handle their reality, so they drink all the time and then accidentally stumble into the situation. It wasn't like they were out there trying to be the hero. They just ended up doing it because it was what happened, what situation they were put in. It was an accident.
So let's talk about the box office. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, yeah, woohoo if you do.
Woohoo.
Go out to more.clownfishtv.com for more Clownfish TV podcasts and episodes you will not find here on YouTube. And also, if you'd like to listen to us, go out to Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio, wherever you listen to podcasts, Amazon Music. We are there. Thank you very much for the support. And the numbers come from Variety originally because they said Minions and Monsters is going to do very, very well.
No surprise there.
It's Minions. And they said, yeah, it's definitely going to do at least 80 million over July 4th, but Supergirl is going to drop off 60%. It might even be worse than that. I'm thinking it's going to be worse than that because now the word of mouth has gotten out that this movie could totally be skipped, and it's very mid, and a lot of people are just like, yeah, wait for streaming. I'm not going to go see it. I'm going to take my kids to a movie. I'm going to take them to Toy Story 5 or Minions. I'm not going to take them to drunk-ass Supergirl and sex trafficking.
Yeah, pretty much.
And Crypto pissing on the carpet. Actually, I found out the other day, Crypto, they got a Stanley Steamer advertising agreement, brand deal because of Crypto pissing on the carpet. That's not even a joke.
They had it for Superman too.
Oh, they did? Okay.
Yeah, we talked about that in another video.
Did we? It all blurs together.
Yes, we talked about the different tie-ins to this, and I said the Stanley Steamer is doing one, and I was like, yeah, but I'm pretty sure the Stanley Steamer did one for Superman too. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they did.
Did he piss on the carpet then? I don't remember.
No.
All right. I'm talking about the dog, not Superman.
I mean, she might have pissed on the carpet as drunk as she was. But.
I know. I guess she might have pissed on the carpet. Anyway, after this came from Games Radar. This was Newsarama. And now they've been absorbed into this video game site. After the worst opening for a DC movie since Aquaman 2, Supergirl is projected to drop at least 60% at the box office. So it doesn't look like things are going to go much better for Supergirl, as after a disappointing opening weekend, the new DCU movie is expected to drop even further at the box office. Variety says it's expected to only make $15 million over the second weekend. That's a 60% decline. That's actually, that's not good, because it was like 37. It came out 37. They thought it was going to do 55 easy, then 50, and they're like, well, 45, 50, it's still going to do pretty good. And then it was like, well, it might hit 45. And it was like, okay, it's looking more like 40 to 42, but we're still okay. Oh shit, it didn't even hit 40. And then it was like, okay, well, it's 38. That's not the worst. And it's like, no, it was actually $1 million less than that.
It just keeps dropping every other. The media is interesting to me. The media isn't like covering for this one like they do other ones.
No, because I think a lot of people are just over it. The narrative for the longest time, and I have to warn just a couple things going on here. One, I think the media has been made more honest because the checks aren't clearing like they used to. But I also think a lot of the people, the activists that were writing these ridiculous articles, got ousted during the many rounds of layoffs, and their owners are telling them like, hey, we're not going to do a Deadspin. If you remember, Deadspin got sued trying to say this kid with face paint was racist or something. And they're like, we're not going to do that. So you're going to stick to the facts. Right.
It could be. And I do think a lot of them got ousted. I do think a lot of them either they got fired because there's been a lot of layoffs, or they went off and start their own thing or whatever. Yeah.
And it's like, look, numbers are numbers. And that's what, people get all ass mad. It's like, well, you just hate women. It's like, well, then a lot of people hate women, I guess, including other women, because nobody went to this movie. And Wonder Woman did gangbusters. People will go see good movies. It's just women, unfortunately, have the female characters they're picking. They've done it badly. I mean, Madam Web, like that's the representation you want, is Madam Web.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Plus, I don't think a lot of women. I mean, like, I like to go superhero movies, but I don't think a lot of women do, and that's just the reality. There's nothing sexist about that. It's just the reality. Men and women are different, and they like different things. That's fact. I'm sorry, people don't want to hear it.
So 2023 was bad, and that's when they gave James Gunn the go ahead to reboot the DCU. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom only did 27 million. That is bad. I didn't realize it was that bad. But people didn't go because of Amber Heard.
I was going to say, the Amber Turd was in it and stuff. So
yeah, the original Aquaman did like $1 billion. Like, people liked it, but then because of the Amber Heard shit, people didn't go. I mean, it's again, you don't realize how much damage you do to your brand when you let your stars and your directors go out there and run at the mouth. People might not say anything online, but they're paying attention.
I just think it's funny that it did worse than The Flash. And, it's just funny to me.
The Flash was a missed opportunity. If you had a proper Flash and not whatever the hell Ezra Miller was supposed to be.
Plus all the stuff he was doing around that time.
Right. You should have just made a Michael Keaton Batman movie. Just Dark Knight Returns with Michael Keaton Batman. No brainer.
Crazy. It would have done crazy numbers, I guarantee it. Then they said, they're talking about Shazam, terrible movie. Rachel Zegler's in it too. It was not a good movie. Actually, Blue Beetle wasn't bad, but the way the trailer was put out.
The trailer and the whole
did not help.
Yep. Actually, Blue Beetle was a perfectly fine superhero movie. It was kind of a throwback to like the 90s and 2000s, but they made it into this political thing when that really wasn't. And it tanked the movie. Plus, it's Blue Beetle. Like, nobody knows. Like, normal people don't know Blue Beetle.
Same with the Supergirl. I mean, people know Supergirl, but it's not like a character everybody's like clamoring for.
It's like, oh, it's Superman in a skirt. Actually, I'm surprised. 5 years ago, they might have tried that. Been like, well, guess what? Superman, Supergirl, same person. Yeah. How you like that?
That would have been...
How do you like that?
I'm honestly surprised they didn't do that. Oh,
so
that would have been funny.
Let's hope Gunn's DCU Chapter 1 doesn't face the same fate as getting rebooted. A lot of people think, and this is coming from mainstream media outlets, this isn't just the chuds online talking about it. They're like, as soon as the ink dries on the Ellison deal, the Paramount deal, they're like, the Ellisons are going to look at everything and be like, what's going to make money, what's not going to make money. And they're going to look at DC and they're going to be like, hey, yeah, you're right back to where we started from when we decided to reboot, and we're gonna have to do something. Now, a lot of people are like, "Oh, we're gonna bring Snyder back in." I don't know about that necessarily.
I don't know if they'll do that either, but
I don't think James Gunn's gonna be allowed to run it.
Well, I said when they first put him in charge of it, I was like, "Wow, how does this make sense?" Because he's one trick pony. He really is. I don't think Clayface is going to do great either, honestly.
They're trying to do the horror thing, so I'm like, is that what we're gonna do?
Well, it might do better because of the horror angle, but still.
I mean, I'm kind of interested in that one. I'm more interested in that than I am,
I think if it does well, it's because one, something you don't see very often, and if they're going for horror angle of it, it's different. It's not like your typical superhero movie. They might do okay with it, but I still don't think it's going to do gangbusters.
God, so far this movie's only made $67 million worldwide.
That's it? Are you wait, for real?
Yeah, it said, as for Supergirl, box office predictions are right. It doesn't look like the film is going to be able to make back its $170 million budget. They were trying to say that, too. They're like, oh, well, Supergirl wasn't the most expensive superhero movie. It was only $170 million. They'll make that back, no problem. Now it's like, yeah, here we are almost 2 weeks at $67 million. And these superhero movies are front-loaded. The people that want to go see them the first weekend. Mm-hmm. And then after that, it just tapers off.
Unless it's good word of mouth, but this one didn't even have that.
No, and I really thought, I'm going to be honest, I thought Masters of the Universe would do better. I know a lot of people, they were posting pictures, they were going back 2 or 3 times. It's so niche, and this summer is so crowded that it just never really had a chance. They should have honestly released that one in like April or September or something like that. I think it would have done a lot better.
Yeah, I think when they did wasn't smart. And this is going up against too many other things.
Yeah, so there we go, guys. Not looking good, and I'm sorry you can't blame the chuds on this one. It wasn't a great movie.
But they'll still try. But just stop. Just
stop it. You've lost. Just
arguably a mid movie. I'm not even arguably. It is a mid movie.
It's mid. It's not terrible, but it's mid.
It's not. It's just not good, and that's okay. And if you like it, you're allowed to like it. I don't care if you like it. You're allowed to. What I care about is when you're out there bullying others because they disagree with you. That's when I'm like, no, you can't do that.
Now
you're allowed to like the movie. Yeah. But most people don't like it, and that's fair.
So, are we going to wrap this one up?
Yes.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Bye.